Welcome to the Rewards Master. Today I want to talk to you about something that is really commonly promoted in the points and miles community, and that is that the right way to do credit cards and points and miles is to what is often called earn and burn, and that nobody should ever hoard points or kind of stack up their points and save them for later. But I want to kind of give a hot take today and an opposing opinion about how for some people, depending on your situation, actually hoarding your points for specific reasons can work better. One of my favorite YouTube creators is DGR of DGR Reports. And I really like how he's very transparent about his own travel needs. And he talks about being a regular guy with a regular job and that he needs to work often to try to not hoard his points and to use them all. And his goal is absolutely free travel. And having kids at home and things, that makes perfect sense. And I think that's great advice for a lot of people. But in this community, just like with a lot of different areas of life, there's not really a one-size-fits-all strategy. In my particular situation, I have the kind of job where I travel a lot. It's kind of not really consulting, but in a similar way. So when I travel, we're talking 16 to 20 times a year. And sometimes it's just to go out and see family, to see kids and grandkids. Sometimes it's to go and to work, but it's always either me buying the ticket myself or I'm buying the ticket and I'm getting reimbursed. So I don't have to put it like on a company card. I'm getting reimbursed. So I'm getting the points and miles. And I'm also getting the airline status points. And so because of that, I chase status. And a lot of people say, well, you shouldn't chase status. But for my situation, because I fly so much anyway, it just makes the trip so much more comfortable. So I have high-level credit cards that give me lounge access and give me the ability to earn status, which doesn't work for everybody. But in my situation and with a lot of folks who travel for work, especially if they're getting reimbursed for that travel, then that may be very well the right strategy. So that's one particular aspect of it. Now, when it comes to the churn and burn or earn and burn model versus the point stacking or, hoarding points, well, I'm also in a different situation, and DGR did a great job in his recent live video where he talked about, there are different people, different things work for them. And he talked about if some people have a larger budget to travel. Well, in my situation, with my player two, we are at the point in life, no kids at home, 2 careers, kind of late in our careers. And so we have a pretty robust travel budget in our family budget. And we like to go. We don't have the time to go, because of work concerns and traveling. She travels for her work as well. So we don't have the time to just go anytime we want. So we take 2 big aspirational trips a year. And we could pay for those trips ourselves in economy to Europe or to Asia or wherever. We could pay for mid-range or, better lower range hotels, $100 to $200 a night. And we could pay for that ourselves because we have a travel budget. But the points that we gather allow us to kind of turn those trips into something really incredible. So like, for instance, this fall, we're going to Europe, to a major city in Europe. We're flying business class both directions. We're staying in really nice hotels, and we're just going to have a great time together. And we could do that at a lower level, but having a whole bunch of points means that I don't have to look and say, well, are we going to be able to do business class if I get just the perfect redemption? If it's got to be, and we did get good redemptions. We're flying back on Iberia for like 34,000 points. But if we couldn't have found that, then I could have burned 100,000 points on each of our ticket or 150,000 points. What does it matter? It's absolutely kind of fits our lifestyle. So the thing to me is that in this game, there's no one size fits all. Most of the advice that's given are not to people who are late in the game or really maximizing the game. For me, I maximize it. I'm not going to use just the chase trifecta like is advised almost all the time. It's not really a trifecta. I have like 6 cards that rotate through, and I'm looking for the absolute highest multiplier. So I use a couple of city custom caches to get high multipliers. I get 5x on dining, I get 5x on travel, I get 5x on like 5 or 6 different categories, because I'm just trying to rack up as many points as I can, and it's more points than I can spend. So yeah, I mean, I've hoarded a bunch. I mean, we're looking at, even though we've already expended all the points for our trip this fall and even another trip next spring, still looking at a couple million points, and I'm hanging on to them. And if it gets too big, then I'll just cash them out and put that money in investment or something, some of them, if it gets such a huge amount. But my only point by all of this is to say there's no one size that fits all. Everybody's different. Everybody's circumstances are different. I have family members that have businesses and they have $20,000, $30,000 a month in spending. And so they're going to be spending that anyway. Why not put that on cards that get them incredible returns? And so everybody's situation is different. And so I think that in this game, you got to find advice from the creators that kind of fit your particular time in life, because we're all different. We all have different needs. Some people are early in the game, young. They don't have a lot of expendable funds. And indeed, they need to try to find free travel. Others could pay for travel like us, but they just want it to be outstanding travel. They want to do it at a level they couldn't pay for. But all of that is valid. All of that is noble, and it's certainly a good use of your points. So there's no one size fits all. Everybody's different. Everybody has different needs. And so as you pursue this game, just follow some basic rules. Don't ever carry a balance. Always pay off your cards before the end of the month or before the balance is due, because that just negates every benefit you ever got. Don't go so hog wild that you can't control it and that you lose track of all the credits. Try to get as much value as you can out of it, but then just cater your system to your life so that you get the best value possible. So is it right to, earn and burn and never have a points balance? Well, for some people it is. Is it right to hoard up points? Well, for some people it is. It just depends on who you are and where you are in the game. So I hope this has been helpful to you. I hope it gives you a little different perspective. If you would, comment below. Let me know what you think about it. Where are you at in the game? What's it look like for you? Because it's a fun hobby. Enjoy it. Enjoy it and use those points as best suits your life. We'll see you here next time.